What's up, YouTube? So I'm headed through Northeast Philadelphia. So as I come over to Tacony Palmyra Bridge, there's an overpass at the bottom. There's a lady who's been sitting there in a chair. She's on her cell phone, obviously homeless, don't know the story. And then as you make the right to go towards Street Road, there's another corner right there where people are begging for money, homeless signs, the whole 9 yards. But what I've noticed is it's getting worse and worse and worse. And no one's doing anything about it. Like, if I had, I'll just say this. Once I start seeing it at the corners of my neighborhood, I'm going to pitch a bitch. I don't want my children seeing that. I don't want to live in that area. I would probably move, to be honest with you. Your property taxes are high enough, and for the state and the government and the local municipalities to not do anything about it. And Kensington is just a war zone under the L, not including all the trash, everywhere. I mean, I am on, what street is this? I'm on Levick. And, here's going to a school, trash all on the fence, right? Don't they have custodians that are paid by the state for? Oh, actually, no. This might be public, but it could be Catholic. It's disgusting. Your children shouldn't be brought up in this environment, and they're learning from you and your environment. So if you take your kids for a walk underneath the L in Kensington, you're seeing people shooting up, people taking a crap, sleeping, peeing, having sex. Who knows what they're doing, but they shouldn't be doing that in public while the police station's getting a complete remodel, right? People, why is no one doing anything about it? Now, Philly's known for quads and mopeds and dirt bikes and all this shit, weaving in and out of traffic, the wheelie kings. That's got to end too. It's so dangerous. But again, you're teaching your younger generation, but it's okay to break the law. It's okay to drive around with no insurance, no registration, no helmets, no safety equipment. Now I'm starting to see that Route 130, Pennsauken, Camden, Collinswood, people wheeling down the streets, driving across the major highways to the gas stations to get gas. No registration, no plates, no safety equipment. When I was a kid and rode my dirt bike on the street, the cops pulled me over instantly and said, "Get off the street." They didn't break my balls. I was a young guy. My buddy Pete Zigich, we were young dudes, but we would ride to the gas station to get fuel and then ride into cornfields and soybean fields and where we had to go, and even on the side of the road. The point was, back then the police would do something about it. Now it's 100 times worse. Why is no one enforcing state and local laws? I just don't get it. I, for one, don't want to drive down the highway with some meathead riding a wheelie. Can't see what he's doing, right? He's up in the air. He's barely can see in front of him, and then he's got to look to the side and try and turn around. I've seen him do it. And then you got people who don't know how to drive, or are very fearful while they're driving. It's nothing for them to look over and turn their steering wheel right into them and cause a major problem. But these things bother me, and it should not be this way. The government and the state and they're crying about a lot of shit. Do something about it. Do something about it. I don't know what it's going to take. You can't tell me that people in South Jersey, Camden, police officials, detectives, sergeants, fire people don't see this crap going on. You can't tell me people who, here you go, police, who patrol the Philadelphia area, this is Roosevelt Boulevard. Dude, this is a lot of traffic. You got 4 lanes here, 3 lanes there. So 4? 1, 2, 3. 3 lanes, so you got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, potentially 12 lanes of traffic. Is that insane? Right? Insane. And you got people begging for money on the corners, sleeping on the corners. I mean, they've done a better job picking up the trash out here. But again, the people of the city don't give a shit, and that's why there's still trash out there. I've seen that they hired somebody to come and pick up the trash. that would be an everyday occurrence here with someone picking up the trash, because the operators of the vehicles don't give a shit. But it's crazy. You just watch. Now, there's always probably been some poverty like that forever and ever and ever. But guess what? I don't think they were really. Oh, so I think this is the crew that they hired to come out here and clean up the roads and the trees and all that stuff. But I think years ago that, like I said, when I was a young boy, I rode my dirt bike on the streets, and when the cops saw me, guess what? They said, get off the streets. They didn't take my bike. But now, it's a play. And don't chase them because you can cause an accident. They're going to cause an accident one way or another. So if you chase them, that's going to happen. And if you don't chase them, it's going to happen. People living on the streets, living on the corners, it's horrible. Your children, the new generation should not be exposed to that. Because then that's considered normal for them. And I can give you a bunch of other scenarios that I would say that is normal. So we'll just say, hey, this is an example that, my dad beat my mom, or my mom beat my dad, right? So then guess what happens? They think that that's normal, or become verbally violent or things like that. Then they treat their children or their spouses or, their significant others or common partners the same way. Now, it's not always that circumstance, but because they were brought up around that. And then sometimes it's the opposite spectrum. They would never scream at their mother, or they would never treat their children or anything like that. And then with drugs, like alcohol's another one. Oh, it's the addiction is hereditary. My grandpa drank. My mom smokes. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a drug user. But it's like I said, some people, when they see that environment, they're complete opposites. But in most cases, it becomes a normal thing. Your house is disgusting because people don't clean it or take care of it, and there's roaches or water bugs or flies. That's normal. They don't have. I grew up with no central air. For me, I thought that was normal until we got older and could say, hey, there is options where you could have central air in your home, or things like that. Guns in the home, and shotguns, and then hunting. All that is all impressions made by adolescents and babies and all that. Same with people who are from another country who come here, right, and speak 2 or 3 languages, and when they have children, they speak that language, their native tongue, to their children, and then they learn that language. So, product of environment. If they never teach their children, we'll just say Spanish, and they're Spanish people from Puerto Rico or wherever it is, they will never know how to speak Spanish. I've met people who are from a native country and have a different language and can't speak it. Here we go, right here. Police driving right by out here. That's the girl that I wanted to interview. If she comes back, I'm going to interview her. I don't have any money on me to help her feed herself. Damn, maybe I won't do it. But right here, police drive right by her, doing nothing about it. Don't even care. Prime example. Their job should be stop, talk to them, ask them why they're on a major highway intersection, distracting drivers, right? Traffic hazard? Someone tell me. Prime example, dude. Unbelievable. I'm gonna get off my phone before they pull me over and harass me.